Welcome back to another recording of the Elevate Media Podcast. I'm Chris Anderson, your host. And today, if you have a business where you're trying to get in front of more people, whether it be with a service product, I'm going to give you some creative ways that you can connect with these prospective clients, get in front of them, make connections, and hopefully get new business from it. All right, the first way that you can get in front of more of your ideal client is actually through podcasting. So this allows you two things. So you can either have a podcast and bring your ideal client on as a guest to talk about topics that align both with what you're doing and they do, and opens the door that way. So it's super easy to approach someone and say, hey, you have knowledge. I have an audience. I would love to, lift you up, elevate you to my audience and have you share your expertise and share how awesome you are and, talk them up. It's such an easy ask because you're not asking for anything else except to lift them and elevate them up and make them feel good. So you're not asking for money, you're not asking to do anything else but to, make them look good in front of an audience you've built, which, in their mind is, okay, if I can share that, it'll connect people with me, it'll help my mission. So it's good for them. The second way within podcasting is actually going out and being on other people's shows as a guest. This allows you to get in front of audiences that are already built, that are already engaged, and share your expertise. And those listening and the hosts themselves can see that. And then it can resonate with them, and it can draw people into your pipeline, your CRM, your marketing, and have people connect with you through that, which can, build relationships, bring clients that way. So that's the first one, and a fairly simple one to do because you can do it virtually. So podcasting is a huge creative way to, expand and get in front of more prospective clients. The next is doing workshops. So these can be virtual, these can be in person, but doing something of value for your target market. So maybe, for example, what we're doing is we are sharing ways that businesses and brands can grow through video content on social media. So we're going to explain how to use video, why it's important, how to use it on social media correctly, tips on how to actually record if you have lower end equipment or just your phone. So if they're at that point that they can't outsource or invest in our agency, they're still getting value and still able to do it to elevate their brands. So we're doing those in person. We're going to do some live workshops as well, but workshops are a good way to just add value. Just give back to your market and just, again, lead with that value. So you got to think, does your target market have groups where they meet, like Chamber of Commerce, networking groups, different associations that you can say, hey, we'd love to add value here just by giving, these workshops for free. So think about where they meet, where they're getting together. Maybe it's a Facebook group, something like that, and just offer it free, just free value to get out there, and you'll bring in people who are interested and see that. So that's another way. And a little tip with that, when you're doing workshops, say, hey, we're doing this for free. We're not asking anyone to pay anything. We're not asking for business. We're just giving value. Would you be okay with us recording ourselves doing it so we can at least have content to share on our end? And it matches, at least on our end, that's what we talk about. So, and, you hear Gary Vee say it all the time, be the content. You don't just create it. So just ask. That's a little tip when you're doing those workshops. Especially if it's on site somewhere else that's not like a virtual thing, that's not you're not hosting it, just be like, hey, do you care if we record ourselves doing that? So we just have some content to share out there and just continue to add value through it as well. Most people aren't going to say no. So, and doing these workshops, again, of course, opens doors for you to have conversations later about your services. When people start building that trust, they see you as the expert, they see what you can do, then they're going to have more conversations about what you do and can it fit for them. Another thing you can think about that some people don't necessarily agree with, so this might be something you don't agree with, is doing stuff for pro bono or for free. Free to fee, we call it. Now, this is doing something without charge, so spending the hours and the time to do it, to give to the individual. So, for example, when we were trying to get into a new market to build our portfolio with video production, we did some free to fee. So we were, hey, we're just trying to build our portfolio. We're going to do this free video for you. This is what it's going to consist of, X, Y, and Z. And you don't have to pay anything. We just want to do it so we can give that to you. You can share it. People will love it. They're going to ask where you got it. You send them to us, and then we can also show that when we're talking to other people, like, hey, we've done this. This is what it looks like. It just allows you to build out your portfolio of work, especially if you're just starting out or you're new, and it's going to help you gain valuable feedback as well. So like when you do it and you give it to the client, ask, hey, what do you think of it? Is there anything that you would want us to change if we were to do this again? Do other people in your market, like, what would they think? And you can get some really good valuable feedback to help you improve for when you do start to charge. Another creative way that you can stand out, connect better with potential clients, is do something super different, and that's sending handwritten cards or thank yous. Not many people are doing it nowadays, and this can keep you top of mind, and it really sets you apart from competition because they're used to, the text, the emails. Well, if they get like a physical handwritten note from you saying, hey, thanks for your time, or what we did this last season was Merry Christmas. Thanks for being awesome. We look forward to continuing to elevate what you do. It just keeps you top of mind. It shows that you're putting effort into just staying connected and not always just asking for something. So think about that. What can you do that's different that will set you apart from your competition, and handwritten notes and cards can do that. So this last one could be hit or miss depending on who you're talking to. So it is just showing up out of the blue and connecting with someone. So you can do this different ways, and they can be good or bad because of how the individual or the business you're going to will react to it. They might see it as negative with you just coming randomly to meet with them, but it all depends on how you approach it. If you're just going to add value and they're still upset, you might be dodging a bullet anyways with a not so good client. But they're really receptive and thankful that you're there adding value. It could be a really positive step in winning the client over in the future. So you just show up and you try to bring immense value, not just straight pitch your services to them. For example, we did this with an RV company. We saw they were wanting videography service done, and I said, let's go out there. Let's just meet them. Let's do a free walkthrough video to show them what we can do. And that's what we did, and it turned out really well. So you can do things like this as well. You can do it by offering a free trial, free little service within your package, or maybe a small product for them, no strings attached. So you can show your value, show your quality, and then, of course, after that, have a strong follow-up game, stay connected, so you stay top of mind, especially if they're, not ready in the moment because you're showing up out of the blue. They're going to have conversations with higher-ups who make that decision. So just continue to stay in touch, have a strong follow-up game, and you're going to increase your chances. So again, these are just a few creative ways that you can expand and reach more prospective clients in your market. A lot of these are better done in person, but they can be done virtually as well. You just have to be creative, think outside the box, be different, stand out, and you'll see a lot of positive repercussions from that in your business and how it grows. So hope you found something good out of this episode. Hope it brought value to you. Until next time, let's go out there, continue to elevate your life, elevate your brand, and we'll talk to you again soon.